What's going on, everyone? This is Kunal. This video is going to be a comparison video of Sonm versus Golem. In a previous video, I described what Golem is and explained what it is bringing to the table. And this video is going to describe Sonm and what it makes it unique and different from Golem, and then make the comparisons. So first, right here on walletinvestor.com, we can look at the metric comparisons between Sonm and Golem. So first, the price. Each Sonm is about a third of the price of each Golem unit right now, as Sonm is sitting at about 5.7 cents, Golem is sitting at 15.6 cents per unit. If you look at the 1 hour or 24-hour change, Sonm has been up versus Golem being down, but overall 7 days, Sonm is down further than Golem. Golem has been down as well. Most coins have been down recently. In the market cap, Sonm is sitting at $20.7 million, while Golem is sitting at $150.5 million. So Sonm right now is less adopted than Golem. And you look at the available supply, Sonm has a smaller available supply, Golem has a larger available supply. And if you're looking at it from a perspective of, hey, you know, which one of these would be more fruitful if you were to, say, take out a position, of course this is not financial advice, you would see Sonm, but then the question becomes then, is Sonm comparable to Golem, and can Sonm surpass Golem, or reach equal value to Golem in terms of what they're actually doing substantively, not just the token metrics and the price. So again, this is a chart that says gives a prediction forecast a little bit, if you will, but they just give charts in general. And you can follow this on the website walletinvestor.com, which we will link below. So before we get into Sonm, let's quickly discuss the key aspect that it uses, the key technology, the key feature. It's called fog computing, connecting the cloud to things. So fog computing extends the concept of cloud computing to the network edge, making it ideal for the Internet of Things and other applications that require real-time interactions. And it just explains the benefits of fog computing, which is fundamentally the development of fog computing frameworks gives organizations more choices for processing data wherever it is most appropriate to do. For some applications, data may need to be processed as quickly as possible. For example, in a manufacturing use case where connected machines need to be able to respond to an incident as soon as possible. So fog computing can create low latency network connections between devices and analytics endpoints. This architecture in turn reduces the amount of bandwidth needed compared to if that data had been sent all the way back to a data center or to the cloud for processing. And so you guys can read this on for your own, but it really gives a good example of what, or a good demonstration and a good perspective of what fog computing is. So now let's talk about the Sonm platform, decentralized fog computing platform. Sonm provides cloud services based on distributed customer level hardware, including PCs, mining equipment, and servers. You can either rent out your hardware or use someone else's computing power for your needs. So just to make it clear, what fog computing is and how I understand it is basically end user devices are going to be able to put in their processing power onto the cloud and their computing power onto a decentralized cloud. And then anyone can come in and harness that power and pay in tokens to have that processing power at their fingertips. And so that's what Sonm is providing, and in some respects Golem is providing a similar system to that as well. So decentralized cloud services, fog computing as the back end, and smart contracts based marketplace. And you use, of course, the token, the SNM token. And they talk about their solutions like infrastructure for blockchain, machine learning, CDN, and video streaming, video rendering on CPU and GPU. And the main idea of fog computing is the use of a decentralized network. So now a little bit of discussion of Sonm, right? So what exactly is it? This site here, Blockonomy, gives a little bit of detail on that. So Sonm is a platform for decentralized fog computing. With Sonm, users have access to general purpose computing services of a cloud-like nature, including infrastructure as a service and platform as a service, all of which have fog computing as the back end. Hosts around the world can contribute computing power as part of the Sonm marketplace. So they talk about who is behind Sonm, and then they talk about what you should know about the Sonm architecture. The engineers behind Sonm use private development and best-in-class technologies, pooling these resources to develop the fog computing stack. This fog computing platform is more efficient and decentralized than cloud computing. Previously in the video in the Golem video, I explained how Amazon Web Services went down, and that brought in brought down a whole host of websites across the internet, since Amazon has a plurality market share control of all, cloud-based web hosting. And so when you need to decentralize the cloud computing environment, the file computing is a good answer, because by decentralizing it, if the Amazon servers go down, the whole internet goes down. But with file computing, if one node goes down, you have so many others there to take its place that it's not a big deal. So Sonm's engineers combine best-in-class technologies with private development to create file computing stack. And you talk about Ethereum smart contracts, file computing, P2P network stack, Docker container, Kubernetes, and overlay networking. And the use of Ethereum smart contracts creates a consensus system, of course, that guarantees security and transparency for participants within the system. And the architecture also includes a P2P networking stack, which lets users work with a public IP, specifically relays and NAT penetration. There are Docker containers, which are isolated environments that ensure computing parallelism, as well as any other device runs on the appropriate device. Finally, they are Kubernetes, a type of open source cluster orchestration software that manages multiple instances of containers automatically. So they explain the use cases, right? What is the Sonm marketplace? So general applications, backend for general second and third tier applications like mobile apps, platforms, or app hosting. So it speeds up the processing power for some of these. Video rendering on CPU, GPU, web hosting, decentralized and blockchain-based applications, CDN and video streaming, game servers, machine learning, scientific calculations. If you care about lag, game servers is pretty important to you, if you care about lag while playing video games. So how does Sonm benefit customers? So our people and companies, of course, and they talk about the global decentralized marketplace, and our customers benefit from using Sonm, as an alternative to centralized cloud services, of course. And then finally, Sonm benefits suppliers, that would like to start making revenue from resources, or to increase revenue from existing resource usage activity. So what they're talking about is, if let's say you're a company and you have a whole host of just idle CPU, GPU, based systems just sitting around, that you want to actually be able to rent out that processing power, and that's what Sonm can provide for you. So in this Reddit thread, the Sonm support team responded to the comment, what is the difference between Sonm and Golem? And they talked about how Golem is a grid platform, while we are doing a completely different thing, not a grid system. Not at all. We have mostly different hardware suppliers and completely different customer market. We are not going to compete with other supercomputers on the blockchain. We do different product for other customers. So the only thing in common are blockchain, Ethereum, being the Ethereum-based tokens for trading, and supercomputing something. Our clients, people who would like to host things on infrastructure as a service, they will wait for us, because that is not possible on other projects. So we can coexist fine. Stay tuned, Sonm community. So here's my response to that in addition to that. So first, my addition. I think that Golem and Sonm are also going to be different in terms of, they are going to compete in terms of price, right? If they're both decentralized computing something, right, then they're both going to compete for how to set the price, right? So, we're going to find out if both of these become reality and they both finish their production and they both actually launch their mainnet fully and are ready to go. We're going to find out, okay, what is the average charge? Or let's say I want to have, process, 1 terabytes per second, 1 terabyte per hour of data. 1 terabyte per second, gosh. But let's say I have all this data and I process 1 terabyte per hour of data. Well, let's say Golem charges me 1,000 Golem tokens, but Sonm charges me 1,000 Sonm tokens. I'm just giving an example, of course, this is not real. But Golem, for Golem, 1,000 tokens is worth more than Sonm's 1,000 tokens. So it's just that kind of market that's going to be set up there, where there is going to be some sort of a competition, I believe. So that's one key example. We, of course, gave the example of the technology, where Sonm says that they are more market ready to deal with more use cases. When you talk about the use cases right here, they're saying they are ready to deal with more of these use cases than Golem is right off the bat. Now, Golem responds by saying that they are still going to be able to do all of that at some point, but Sonm is going to be first to market in terms of doing all of this, not just video rendering on CPU, GPU as Golem would be, or web hosting, but they can do so much more right off the bat. So those are the two key differences that I see. Price discovery for the service and use cases. And we're going to find out how that's going to work on. And you guys can do your own research and make your own judgment on which one you think is going to be more adopted once both their mainnets are completely out. So once again, thank you very much guys for watching this video. I really hope you guys like it and enjoy it, and please follow us at altcoinbuzz.io, which is our website. You can also follow us on Twitter at altcoinbuzz.io, and you can also follow the Altcoin Buzz Ladies channel at abuzz_ladies, where they put out their most recent videos that they've done. And last but not least, please do like this video, and if you really did like it, please do subscribe to our channel, where we have over 209,000 subscribers. So thank you very much guys, and have a great day.